Welcome, believers, and welcome to another edition of Everything Weird, Nothing Normal, the channel where we talk about all the batshit crazy stuff that goes on in the world. And there's a lot. Okay, so in today's episode, I want to talk about alien bases, or more importantly, underwater alien bases. Okay, now I'm going to stick this one behind me. Okay, that is off the coast of Malibu. Has the Southern California coast got right by it an underwater alien base? What do you think? What do you think? Now, that looks man-made to me, or extraterrestrial-made, shall we say. So then, it got found by Google Earth, okay, and I'll give you a brief description. It says, in the vast digital landscape of Google Maps, a tool often used by UFO enthusiasts to scour the Earth for the unusual and unexplained, an intriguing discovery was made. That one. Among the various peculiar sites identified worldwide, one particular location of Southern California's coast stood out, raising more questions than answers. This alleged underwater base, discerned from the comfort of their screens, captivated those in search of extraterrestrial evidence. Okay, so while they're searching for it, they found it. They found that. Situated approximately 6 miles off the Malibu coast, this structure, later termed the Malibu USO, what stands for Unidentified Submersible Object, immediately captured the imagination of UFO researchers and enthusiasts worldwide. What was particularly striking about this discovery was the detailed satellite imagery that depicted an almost too perfect oval shape, flat-top structure supported by what appears to be sturdy pillars. And there you go, there's the picture. This region has long been a hotspot for unusual sightings, what also adds to the argument that this could be a base, with locals and tourists frequently reporting unexplained lights and objects skimming the water's surface. These reports have sparked a myriad of theories, with the most prominent being the concept of transmedial travel, suggesting these unidentified objects possess the capability to navigate both air and water effortlessly. This theory posits that what we're witnessing could be the operation of beings from another world using the ocean's depth as a shield from human detection. What would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? I mean, if you're going to hide from us, the place to do it is under the sea. It is. While the scientific community remains divided, some researchers lean towards the possibility that this phenomena are not mere coincidences or natural occurrences. They suggest that these frequent unexplained sightings, coupled with the presence of the anomalous undersea structure, that thing there, could indeed point towards an extraterrestrial operational base. This theory is bolstered by the advanced features observed in the structure, which seems beyond our current human architectural capabilities, especially considering its deep-sea location. Now, in conclusion, the Malibu USO base remains a captivating mystery, bridging the gap between natural wonder and the potential for otherworldly existence. Whether this structure is an alien base, an unexplained geological formation, or something else entirely, it continues to spark curiosity and debate among scientists and UFO enthusiasts. What lies beneath the waves off the coast of Southern California might hold answers to questions we have long pondered about our universe and our place within it. I'm not gonna take it that far, because we're never going to find out. Or, as skeptics would have it, is nothing more than a mixture of us seeing what we want to see through the satellite imagery glitches. Now, they always blame satellite imagery glitches. I'm not going to say that is not a glitch. Now, curiously, 10 years ago, earthquake geologist David Schwartz of the US Geological Survey revealed his doubts about the alleged base. To him, this is nothing more than a natural formation, and there is nothing special about it. Speaking to HuffPost, Schwartz said, "I didn't see anything special about it. I think it's because it looks like there's a flat surface, and then below it, it looks like there are vertical columns." It does look flat, and they do look vertical. So somebody can say, oh, this is an entry. It looks like an entry to me, but look, hey, the only reason I'm going to buy that this could be an extraterrestrial base is the fact that it really does make sense for them to hide under the water, and the fact, right, that Southern California is well known for its anomalies. So I've gone online and I've put Southern California UFO spots. And there are loads. I mean, seriously, there are loads. And they go back decades. So I want to read you a couple of them. And they're all in the same area. All right. And there's also that famous photo. I'm going to stick it there for a minute. That looks like a hovering spaceship to me. I don't know about you. Right. So in 1953, an engineer called Frederick Heer and several others on the Santa Monica beach, where they observe a squadron of saucers performing manoeuvres in the daylight sky over the bay. Later that day, the objects return and perform more manoeuvres for a period of about 10 minutes. Okay. Now, July 1955, around 11 a.m., several fishermen off the coast of Newport Beach observe a bluish silver cigar-shaped object flying overhead at a moderate speed and a medium altitude. 2.5 hours later, a Washington family of 3 are sailing 13 miles off the coast when they see a perfectly round grey craft, and that's about 2,500 feet above their boat. When the object maintains its position over their boat, they radio the Coast Guard, which sends out a plane. The object darts away before the plane arrives. Okay, so that's 1955. 1957... early morning in Playa del Rey, 3 cars driving along the Pacific Coast Highway suddenly stall when a large egg-shaped object, surrounded in another blue haze, lands on the beach only a few yards away. Witnesses Richard Ronald Burke and Joe Thomas exit their cars and observe 2 strange-looking men disembarking from the object. Now, this egg-shaped craft sounds very much like a sighting that happened in Mexico as well. Zamora. Yeah, Officer Zamora, I believe. He saw an egg-shaped craft as well. I'm just putting the two together. I'm not saying they're connected. Now, the UFO occupants are wearing a yellowish-green skin and wore black leather pants, white belts, and light-coloured jerseys. They walk up to the witnesses and began asking questions. Keogh and the others are unable to understand the occupants, who are apparently speaking a foreign language. After a few minutes, the figures return to the object, which takes off and accelerates out of sight. Okay, that's another instance. On the same day at 3:50 p.m, an officer and 12 airmen from an Air Force detachment in nearby Long Beach observe 6 saucer-shaped objects zooming across the sky. So that's 12 Air Force men and a policeman. 2 hours later, officers at Los Alamitos Naval Air Station report seeing numerous objects crisscrossing the sky. At the same time, police stations in Long Beach received more than 100 calls from residents reporting UFOs. And that was the same time that the 3 blokes in the 3 cars spotted the egg-shaped craft. Right, now this is all off the southern coast of California. December 1957, the crew of the British steamship Ramsey observes a large metallic grey disc with antennae-like projections off the coast of San Pedro. One of the crewmen grabs his camera and captures a blurry photo of the object before it moves away. Okay, 1960. Actor Chad Everett, I don't know who he is, and 2 friends are on the rooftops of his Beverly Hills home one night when they observe a lighted object moving back and forth at high speed over the nearby ocean. Because the object moves so quickly and at right angles, the witnesses all were convinced that was a genuine UFO sighting. Now, 1970, as investigated by Bill Hamilton, He is a UFO investigator, I believe. An anonymous gentleman sailing from Catalina Island to San Pedro Harbour observed a metallic saucer with 4 hemispherical pods underneath it, flying only a few feet above his boat. So it's all kicking off. In 1973, art director George Gray observed an object sending down a beam of light while driving along the Pacific Coast Highway in Santa Monica in the pre-dawn hours. The UFO was over where the beach was, hovering, I would say maybe 100 to 200 feet in the air. It was silver. It was your basic UFO. It was definitely completely metallic with a silver dome on top and a silver dome on the bottom of it. That's what he's saying. This is his description. Like 2 plates put together, and it had little lights around it. Gray is able to bring an additional witness before the object moves away. So there was 2 blokes saw that. Now, in the summer of 1988, a professional photographer, Kim Carlsberg, shame she didn't have her camera on it, innit, observes a darting starlight object while relaxing in her Malibu beachfront home. Suddenly, the object moves away directly towards her. The brilliant point of light advances to become a luminous sphere and some 50 feet in diameter, reports Carlsberg. It ominously hung in the air 100 feet from the window. The apparent standoff lasted no more than a minute before the sphere departed as quickly as it appeared. Now that is off the Malibu beach. Again off the Malibu beach, exactly where this base is meant to be. Now in the summer of 1990, private pilot Toshi Luini and his student observe a large red glowing cigar-shaped object hovering near their plane as they flew over the Santa Monica Bay in late afternoon. It was standing still in the air, they said, glowing red. We were kind of stunned. We didn't know what to do. Now, the pilot considers calling the nearby airport control tower where the object suddenly darts away. In those days, I think, in 1990, I think if you reported a UFO, you got in trouble. So, May the 4th, 1990. Okay, early in the morning, 2 Malibu surfers, again, Malibu, 2 Malibu surfers are lying on their surfboards waiting for the next wave when they observe a brushed aluminium saucer with a bump in the middle, again, a bump in the middle, approaching the shoreline from out of the fog bank. The object darts back and forth and then moves back out to the sea. Again, Malibu. This kind of strengthens the argument that picture there could be an alien base, couldn't it? Now, back in 1988, Adam, he's a pool cleaner, and Mario, a military private, are driving along the Pacific Coast again, the Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu, when they see 6 black diamond-shaped objects darting at high speed up and down the coast. The 2 men are so impressed by the brief sighting that they spend the next hour driving up and down the coast hoping for the repeat appearance. So 2 blokes, again in Malibu, see 6 black diamond-shaped objects. Why they don't see no more, the UFO watcher said, Adam, we did come across a couple of people who were just sitting in their lawn chairs along the road. I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but they were just sitting there along the side of the road just looking up. So there's a good possibility that those 2 people are either sky watching, and why not, or they could be UFO watching because there's a load of shit going down all the time. Now, January the 3rd, 2004, in Santa Monica, again on the coast, at midday, when he observes a metallic saucer-shaped craft hovering only a few thousand feet directly above a small yacht. Then it disappears a mile out to sea. He quickly grabs his camera and snaps the photograph, and I haven't got that photograph. So, what do you think? I mean, look, like I say, I'm reading. There's loads of them if you want to investigate yourself. So hundreds of sites in Malibu off the southern coast of California. Is that a UFO base? What do you think? Let me know. Is it man-made? Now, what do you think about all those reports? It says here, from the reports cited above, it should be clear that UFOs are witnessed over the coastal area in disproportionately large numbers. In most cases, as you could quite clearly see, they are observed a few thousand feet or less above the surface of the ocean. It is therefore plausible to speculate that these crafts may be travelling in and out of this body of water. So what do you think? What do you think? Do you think that is an ET base? Or do you think it's a natural phenomenon? Judging by what we've read and what I've told you and the evidence of witnesses, I am going to say I reckon that's an alien base. That is me. That is how I'm going to put it out there. It's an alien base. But if you think it's a natural phenomena, please drop me a line and let me know. All right. Well, look, this is Everything Weird, Nothing Normal. Please ring the notification bell and follow and like if you can. And then the next time I do a video, you'll know about it. Well, look, keep safe and stay weird.